Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Malden's third annual Independence Day reading of the town instructions. I'm Gary Christensen, Mayor of the City of Malden, and I'll be tonight's MC, proud MC. First, I want to acknowledge a couple of elected officials that have joined us. First, from the City Council, Ryan O'Malley. Where's Ryan? Thank you, Ryan, for being here. We also have our state representative, Steve Altrino. Steve, thank you. And our police chief, who's always with us, Kevin Molas. I also want to introduce to you one of our great organizations, the Malden Historical Society. And with us, we have John Tramandozzi. John, thank you. We also have Linda Thorson. Linda, thank you for being here. And in costume, Marilyn Glover. And do we have other members from the, well, that's the Historical Commission. Haven't you taught me, John, over the years? All right. Joe Cesario, and thank you for being here, all of you. We really appreciate your hard work and dedication to making this event a reality. We also must thank our library director, Dora St. Martin. Where's Dora? She needs to take a bow. Thank you, Dora. And the assistant director, Karen Guili, for really all your help on making tonight happen. And I think there's no better way to start tonight's event than with the Malden Girl Scouts, who are going to now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag is to my left, to your right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One of my favorite parts. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. All right, now we're going to have the national anthem performed, not just by anyone, by 8-year-old Abigail Whiteman. She comes to us from the Susie and Nathan's Music Studio. Big round of applause for Abigail. Right there, huh? Thank you so much. Abigail Whiteman, everybody. Remember that name. Thank you. We also want to thank her leader, Nathan Faraz. Thank you so much for producing wonderful musicians like her. We also want to acknowledge Malden Access Television for being here. Always everywhere around the city. Thank you, Mr. Gray, and to the rest of Malden Access Television. And now, on to the official part of our ceremony. On July 4th, 1776, prior to the signing of the Declaration of Independence, John Hancock stated, "We must be unanimous. There must be no pulling different ways. We must hang together." He must have been referring to Malden when he said that, because that is what happened here. Of all the towns in Massachusetts, isn't that nice? Give a round of applause for the Malden Fire Department. We planned that. Thank you. Of all the towns in Massachusetts who eventually sent instructions to their representatives, none produced a resolution of equal persuasion and forcefulness to the one adopted by a unanimous vote at the Malden Town Meeting of May 27, 1776. The document was presented to the Continental Congress in Philadelphia and became famous in the records of American Revolutionary literature. Today, we honor those instructions as a precursor to the Declaration of Independence and celebrate our place in history. We are always privileged to have with us Tom Coots for this historical reading. Among other things, Tom is the president of the Charlestown Historical Society, treasurer of the Bunker Hill Monument Association, president and founder of the Charlestown Militia Company, chairman of the historical unit of the Bunker Hill Parade Committee, deputy mayor of the city of Malden now, and our go-to person when it comes to anything having to do with the Revolutionary War. Ladies and gentlemen, please, big round of applause for Tom Coots.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of Malden, the instructions for the Declaration of Independence from the town of Malden, unanimously voted and adopted at a legal town meeting on May 27, 1776. To Mr. Ezra Sargent, our representative in Congress. Sir, a resolution of the late Honorable House of Representatives calling upon several towns in this colony to express in their minds with respect to this important question of American independence is the occasion to which now I am instructing you. The time was, sir, when we loved the King and the people of Great Britain. We loved them with an affection truly filial. We felt ourselves interested in their glory. We shared in their joys and in their sorrows. We cheerfully poured out the fruit of our labors in the lap of our mother country. And without reluctance, we have expended our blood and our treasure in their cause. These were the sentiments that we had toward Great Britain, while she continued to act the part of a parent state. We felt ourselves happy in our connections with her, nor did we wish to be dissolved from her. But our sentiments have now changed. We feel that it is the ardent wish of our souls that America may become a free and independent state. A sense of unprovoked injuries will arouse the resentment of the most peaceful individuals. Such injuries these colonies have received from Great Britain. Unjustifiable claims have been made by the King and his minions to tax us without our consent. These claims have been prosecuted in a manner most cruel and unjust, even to the highest degree. the frantic policy of the present administration has induced them to send fleets and armies to America, that by depriving us of our trade and cutting the throats of our brethren, they might awe us into submission and erect a system of despotism in America, which should so far enlarge the influence of the crown as to enable it to rivet shackles upon the people of Great Britain. This plan was brought into a crisis upon the ever memorable 19th of April. Oh, we remember that fatal day so well. The expiring groans of our murdered countrymen yet vibrate in our ears. And now we behold the flames of their peaceful dwellings as it ascends into heaven. We hear their blood crying to us from the ground for vengeance and charging us with the value of peace in their names, urging us to have no further connection with a king who can unfeelingly hear of the slaughter of his subjects and composedly sleep with their blood upon his soul. The manner in which this war has been prosecuted has confirmed to us these sentiments: piracy and murder, robbery and breach of faith. These are conspicuous in the conduct of the king's troops. Defenseless towns have been attacked and destroyed. The ruins of Charlestown, which are daily in our view, remind us of what they have done. The cries of the widow and of the orphan ring in our ears. They demand our attention. They demand that we should take the hand of pity and wipe the tears from our eyes and take the sword of our country and avenge the wrongs that have done against them. We have long entertained the hope that the spirit of the British nation would once more induce them to assert their own and our rights, and to bring to condign punishment the elevated villains who have trampled upon the sacred rights of men and have affronted the majesty of the people. We have hoped in vain, for they have lost their spirit of just resentment. We therefore renounce with disdain our connection with the kingdom of slaves, and we bid a final adieu to Britain. Could an accommodation now be effected? We have reason to think that it would be fatal to the liberties of America. We should soon catch the contagion of venality and dissipation, which was subjected to Britons in the lawless domination. Were we placed in the same situation that we were in 1773, where the powers of appointing to offices, commanding of the militia, and others were in the hands of the governors, our arts, our trade, and manufacturers would be cramped. Nay, more than this, the life of every man who has been active in the cause of this country would be endangered. For these reasons, as many more which might be produced, we are confirmed in the opinion that this present age will be deficient in their duty to God, their posterity, and to themselves, if they do not establish an American republic. This is the only form of government to which we would see established, for we can never willingly be subject to any other king except he who is possessed of infinite wisdom, goodness, and rectitude, and he alone is fit to possess unlimited power. We have freely spoken our sentiments upon this important subject, and we do not mean to dictate. We have unbounded confidence and wisdom in the uprightness of the Continental Congress. It is with pleasure that we recollect this affair to their direction. We now instruct you, sir, to give to them the strongest assurance that if they should declare America to be a free and independent republic, your constituents will support and defend the measure to the last drop of their blood and last farthing of their treasure. Witness my hand this day, Samuel Merritt, Malden Town Clerk. Thank you, one and all. I don't know if you fully understand the power in these words. We talk about this was the first, and you can't beat the first. But had Congress not adopted the Resolution of Independence, this would have been a treasonous document. So for the people of Malden, their passion, their ferocity, their commitment was 100%. They were going to live or die by these words. They were written over 200 years ago, but to the people of Malden, they ring true today. Thank you for coming out. God bless America.